suck you in a box. I would not suck you if you were a fox. A little Dr. Seuss for you. A little dirty.
I will not fuck you, but I will, Doc.
I will not ever eat your box.
No, I'm not a fag, Sam. I am.
I just like chicks with some green eggs and ham.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. What about, dude, Lorax, like, is there, like, there to save, like, the penises from being chopped off by people transitioning? It's for the peens.
I speak for the queers.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Talk about, like, I love Cat in the Hat to, like, so much, like, and, like, how he just Trojan horses brings those two fucking, those two just, thing 1 and thing 2, those things, and they just, like.
Do you think the things 1 and 2 were, trans?
I think they were not. They were they them. They wanted them to.
They wanted them to.
Dude, I don't know. The Cat in the Hat definitely is like coded like black. Like people will say, "Oh, the Cat in the Hat's supposed to be. It's a black character," and I denied it for the longest time. But then I went back and I was like, "This is for sure black," and I love him even more.
Oh hell yeah!
Dude, yeah.
I guess both of our phones are dead. Let me see if I can't pull up some shit that we were talking about earlier.
Oh, I was thinking. Speaking of hockey goons, I bet we could get Cam Jansen on the podcast. He's St. Louis native. He was a goon in like the late 2000s, early 2010s. Wicked fight compilations. Google Cam Jansen blues fight compilations. Like
Okay.
he's like a goon like out of a different era. And he's
Dude, in our group chat we were firing off. Did you hear or did you read my? It was from Family Guy. Caught me off, but I go into church. Like, all hymns will now be they thems, and instead of amen, it will be a them.
Dude, I would love to see Family Guy's take on the gender non-conforming stuff. I'm sure it's very.
The new
It's funny because like Seth MacFarlane is definitely like closeted, like for sure.
Yeah,
Dude, he fucking shot down Charlize Theron.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Hold on. He had an opportunity.
She like apparently like came on to him hard on A Million Ways to Die in the West. Because they'd been friends and stuff. They'd done movies and shit before that, I guess, or she'd done stuff for him. And he turns down Charlize. I'd fuck Charlize in the Eileen Wuornos makeup, like let alone then.
100%.
Dude, I'd fuck her if she had one arm like Mad Max and she looked like Eileen Wuornos from Monster. Still,
Hell yeah, I'd jerk her off.
bro, I would let her shoot me in the head and take my wallet. So long as Christina Ricci can finally get out of that town with him. I rewatched that movie recently, and Christina Ricci's kind of a entitled bitch, She like goes off at one point, like she wants to make like lesbian friends and stuff, because she gets mad because Eileen stops hooking because she wants to just be a Timberland wearing boyfriend, throwing her arm around her bitch and going down to the bar, and wants to stop literally like sucking off these fat pigs, and like then she's like thinks she's trying to take advantage of her because she stops hooking. Like, wouldn't you want that for your partner to like not have to get raped by cops and like also like.
Is that what happened? She would
shit.
get busted and then raped out by cops?
Remember she there was that one scene where like she gets picked when she's trying to get like a steady job as like a secretary at a law firm, but she's like way underqualified, and she's walking down the street afterwards and a cop picks her up, tells her to get in, and like makes her fuck him in that parking garage because he let her off easy last time he saw her. She's like, "You broke my jaw," and then he's like, "You didn't do time, did you?" And
Damn, yeah. That's why I feel like...
dude, fuck cops, honestly.
Shit. Dude, ACAF, for sure.
Mm-hmm. A-can.
Dude, I told that to Phil and he started laughing.
Dude, yeah, like, what's our ACAD? All cops are fucking trannies.
All cops are fucking trannies.
ACAC, all cops are Chinese. what else we got? All cops are possibly Belarusian or Dagestani. You know, Dagestani people are scary. Imagine
The
Russia.
hell is Dagestani?
Dagestani, that's like the Boston bombers. Like these dudes, it's blockhead Russians, but they're Muslims. Like so picture
Absolutely
a blockhead
not.
Muslim with like an Amish beard.
I've already pictured it.
Dude, honestly, and Russians are scary enough because it's like if Asians were white.
Absolutely.
Like,
not.
dude, imagine. I think this comes down to like, imagine if Asians were white. That's
Terrifying.
Russians. That is a deadly combo. It's basically the reptiles of people.
Dude, so I've been halfway following the Johnny Depp thing. So, did you know how like what was the bit? So women lost their abilities to have control of their uterus. The uterus is now controlled by the man elite.
It's controlled by an old Mexican lady and an old Catholic and a couple old Catholics, and because what's funny too is their argument against Roe versus Wade was like it's basically eugenics against black people, and there's like checkmate against the fucking wokies. Like there's just like that argument says so much about our times. It's like you could take their rights away with like a woke argument, which is why the FDA is trying to fucking ban menthol cigarettes for the same reason, is because
black
they think
people like
they
them?
think black people like aren't adult enough to make their own decisions, which is a horribly racist argument. And I'm gonna go Uncle Ted if they ban menthols.
Yeah.
I'm going out in the woods. I'm gonna probably just I'm not gonna bomb anybody.
I'm not gonna mail any bombs.
I don't even know how to mail anything. I've never mailed anything before.
I actually don't understand the postal service at all.
No, and it's very scary and intimidating. I'm afraid if I do something wrong, they'll take me. Like you're out there when they show up, so like get in the van.
Get in the van.
You're going to fucking
Dude.
You get sorted.
Dude, I have the goofiest mailman since I moved to this house. Since all the mailboxes are not anywhere near the street, all the mailboxes are fucking like at my front door, so this dude's got to walk up in it.
Dude, that's fucked up that they didn't think about that for the mailman.
Right, and it's hot as fuck, and the dude's walking around. The mail comes on Saturdays around here. I thought government jobs are closed on the weekends.
Well, the U.S. Postal Service, I believe, needs the money, so they get contracted by like Amazon and UPS on the weekends to deliver their packages for them. But like anything going through through the U.S. Postal Service just shows up on weekdays. But they'll deliver Amazon shit on the weekends for extra scratch.
There's this dude walking around, and he looked like the fucking craziest burnout I've ever seen, and his mail truck looked like it got T-boned. And he was still driving this hunk of shit around.
I mean, if they didn't get T-boned, those things it's crazy enough they make them like fucking right-hand drive, but like there's no AC on that shit. Like, I mean, you're driving. There's something very like Eastern Bloc about the design of mail trucks still.
It's like how Russian cars, those Volvos, have been the exact same design since like 81.
Oh yeah, I mean the Russian cars, you have things like fucking like Spleakers or something, like the most they got like lawnmower engines on a 16-wheeler, or like I mean Soviet cars were so fucking shitty. Like
really?
Yeah, because there's no business done between the West and the Soviet Union, so they had to make all their own shit. Like, instruments, like the government made all their instruments, the government made all the cars, and the government was focused on a lot of other things at the time, too. So,
well, yeah, like
anybody who had a good idea fled to America, like Leon Theremin.
He made the Theremin?
Yeah, he was tasked with making like a proximity sensor for the military and came up with the Theremin, and he's like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick and
just ain't never come back.
Yeah, and took that shit.
That's tight.
To the land of milk and honey.
Dude, earlier when you said you're like, my protein is too high for these goddamn homos to take my blood.
I'm so fucking yoked.
I'm so yoked.
They won't want my O negative blood plasma. It's like
Your protein levels are skyrocketed from all the cum.
I'm kind of offended because I'm usually like treated like a king inside any sort of blood or plasma donation place because I'm O negative. Like you know, my blood can go to anybody, but I need O negative blood, which sucks.
You said your diet was just watermelon and grilled
Dude,
cheeses.
for like 48 hours. No, one grilled cheese and probably a third of a watermelon.
Dude,
All eaten probably in a 10-hour window before.
when I got there before you guys got home, there was just a full grilled cheese on top of the keyboard of the Mac.
Yeah, that was the. I didn't make it to that one. Do you know what's fucked up too? The first time I ever tried to donate, I got slipped up because the meal I lied about eating, I said was too long before. I was like, they were like, oh, when was this time you eating? I was like, I had like a frozen. I had a frozen pizza 4 hours ago. Not thinking like how that sounds, saying I ate a frozen pizza at like 8 a.m. And like they're like, I don't know if that's good. And then they call over the loudspeaker asking if a frozen pizza 4 hours ago.
We have a patient here. This fat ass ate an entire
this fat fucking retard ate a whole frozen pizza for breakfast. Is that okay, or should we rain check him? And I hear rain check.
Rain check. Was it a Jack's?
It was a Totino's party pizza, so it wasn't that
not even that big.
No. But I didn't even eat the pizza either. I lied about but I just said I ate it too long ago. I knew I said I had to eat something. I was like, 4 hours. But they're like, oh, you had to eat literally before you came here and talked to me. You had to be walking up to the counter eating,
wiping the cheese and sauce off your lips.
And I gotta walk up to the counter eating and keep my heart rate below 100. Jesus Christ, what is this? The fucking Marines?
Dude, way back when me and John Pham would get really stoned, we'd go to McDonald's back when the dollar menu was like actually $1.
Yeah.
We would get 8 McChickens and 8 McDoubles each.
Dude,
we're clowning 16 sandwiches.
You got a meal fit for like the national championship college team in Trump's White House. Dude, I would have been stoked about that. You remember that when he had the national championship team and just had a whole like long table stacked with fucking
all
like
fast foods.
Just like I think it was all McDonald's.
I thought it was like McDonald's, Taco Bell, and some other things. But either way, what a baller move.
Dude, I would be honored to eat room temp McDoubles with Trump.
Hell yeah. What's up, Trump? Dude.
He would be so enamored by how big I am. You remember he was always enamored by big guys? Like, look how big this guy is. Like, he's got that. All old people are enamored by big people.
Dude. Old people see big people, and it's like
big he is.
They get like this little a little glimmer in their eye, a little glint, and they have a crush on you.
Yeah, like even the men like start feeling you up.
Oh, look at that! Oh, look at this, the bone. It's not even your muscles.
Your big haunches.
Let me feel your fucking femur.
Yeah. Play pinochle with me.
Let me get a grip of that knee.
Come on, grapple with me. Let's leg wrestle.
Dude.
Really give it to me.
Dude, fucking Max works with old people, and he's been taking Plexin to show it, because at the old folks' home, they have a bunch of... Yeah, it does. Because there's a bunch of restrictions on the TV and the cable at the old folks' home, but there's no restrictions on our Plex account. So he comes in, he just throws on some fucking All in the Family, some fucking
Dude, honestly, if that doesn't pass the restrictions, then those are like torture centers. Like, let old people watch their like All in the Family and shit like that.
Yeah, let them watch.
Like, well, they're not children. Sure, keep them from giving each other chlamydia and shit.
That's impossible. They are going to just...
you know, make go through the motions to at least plausible deniability, but like I'm not saying it's like the the nurses that like
the nurses are pretty fed up.
Whenever I hear about them, it's always a video of them like fucking putting an old person in the walls of Jericho.
Well, dude, that old person probably stepped out of line. Some of them get.
Honestly, I think there does need to be a little bit of like a little bit of exchange that's acceptable between the two parties, because the old people probably say some like out of pocket shit. And
right. So if the old person says some out of pocket shit, then fucking one of the nurses after
that dude for a while.
After that dude was like, "Oh, that's a wonderful hat," and it's just her braids tied up in a bun. And fucking, if he can say that, then yeah, let her go in and steal his fucking ring and bracelet. Big deal. What's the payoff?
He's blaming her for it anyway.
Yeah. I gotta wipe your balls, your asshole, and give you, a little soft dick tug. Let me get that bracelet.
I'm pretty sure those nurses do have to give they have to let the old people titty fuck them. It's like part of nursing school.
It's actually
that's what a wet nurse is, right?
That is what a wet nurse is. They wet up their titties and go and just slop them around.
They give them new roos.
Give them a new. What it is? It's a soft, soapy dick flopping around their giant triple G titties. Because,
I've seen the videos.
Yeah, Lakeisha in there is walking around with some hangers.
She's got the most womanly physique. Rubenesque.
Rubenesque.
Rubenesque describes. Who's that Japanese painter who just draws giant women dominating men?
Dude, I want one of those so bad.
That'd be so sick.
There's one where it's like some woman is like at a diner at a bar and the stool's this little Chinese man, guys, I think. And she is just his
the way they're head is in her ass. Like they're like insanely contorted. They're on their knees and like they're.
What I love the most is the slight detail in these like huge fat women's nipples. They look like cereal bowls. They concave the nipples so hard.
Dude, this is what happens when you lose a world war.
Dude, all right, I'm gonna die. What's the artist's name? Japanese face sit porn.
I mean, Japanese Rubenesque women porn.
Japanese
Rubenesque.
Is that a sandwich?
What? Reuben is a sandwich, but I suppose a Reuben-like sandwich could be Rubenesque, but Rubenesque is like a Lane Bryant mommy. They're like big women, like women who could scarecrow you.
Dude, these are women that are like 6'4", 500 pounds.
Yeah, I mean the proportions in this guy's paintings, like. Dude.
I can't find it in face sit art.
Like, at what point is just getting your dick sucked not enough, and you got to move on to stuff like that?
Dude, I wish I had a giant woman fetish.
Sure, but, I don't want her to crush me.
No, I want her to eat me. I want to be, like, 4 inches tall, and then for her to just, like, put me into her little pussy pouch.
Dude, I want to do the I'm on top of the world scene while she scarecrows me on the front of a boat. The scarecrow is such a fascinating act to me. I can't get it out of my mind. Yeah. I'm flying, Jack.
John C. Reilly. Well, the retarded brother's up on the bow again.
Getting his dick sucked by the big lady.
Well, Gilbert.
Gilbert. Oh, I can't find it.
Hey, Gilbert.
Retard brother. Oh, I need to find my John C. My JCR. I need to get some tea in my throat or something. My throat's too tight for. I'll do maybe AM Gilbert Grape.
Hey,
please, I would like to know what's eating me. What is eating me?
What if it was Gilbert Grape, but it's Gilbert Godfrey? He's like, my retarded brother.
What if it was Gilbert Gape, and he just went around gaping the townswoman?
Gaping his fat mother for that
big. Gape that doorway to get her body out of there. Your brother's putting the water tower up his ass. Dude, Arnie Gape.
So there's that rule 34. Like, if it's created, then there's a porn of it. Is there a Gilbert Grape porno?
Dude, I was...
Please tell me there's one where the silly brother goes in and fucks a fat mom.
I went down a rabbit hole of erotic Boondock Saints fan fiction the other day. I was trying to find a good one to send to you, but I couldn't navigate the site very well because I was new to it. Mm-hmm. But there's people writing, like incest Boondock Saints porn.
Ew, where's the brothers fucking?
Yeah.
Ew.
I mean, like, those are kind of peppered in. Of course, most of them are like they make up a sister character, but the beard guy. They say, oh, he's got a sister. See?
Oh, they come up with a whole thing.
They'll come up with healthy sexual fantasies about the Boondock Saints.
Namio,
I guess.
I finally found this dude. It's so hard for me to find any Japanese person's name. Like, if I'm looking for a Japanese porn star, like, it's impossible to find them.
Bro, I just have to
Japanese big tits. Hopefully uncensored.
I'm just fucking.
Is she crying?
I'm surfing related videos till I find what I'm looking for.
I love how they cry, and it sounds so rapish.
I don't quite like. The thing I don't like about Japanese porn is like, it is weird how the women all are like crying like they're being raped, and all the men are acting like they're children.
Mm-hmm. Dude,
I like how he draws white women.
They're all Asian. I don't think he draws white women.
Sure?
Yeah. Well, she's a brunette. Well, brunette. Yeah.
I don't know. The people. I guess it could translate to any culture.
That's
almost.
the one I want.
Dude, he's almost chin deep.
His whole head is inside of her ass.
And she is just like.
That's it. That's the one.
Bro. Now that's the one that I could. If I had to pick one to reenact, gun to my head, I'll take that one.
I'd
That's hard on the neck, man.
Reenact. Put me in this one where I'm hanging from meat cleaver hooks, and she's just using me as a goddamn swing.
No chance I wouldn't bust through those hooks. As soon as one gives, the rest.
Dude, what are you talking about? I'm busting the moment she's on. Does this one have a
No,
big
I don't mean
dick?
busting.
That's awesome.
Dude, okay, this is too far.
So
Fucking
tight.
should have dropped that third one.
So tight, dude.
Well, Japanese obviously haven't learned their lesson.
Oh, dude, it's only $40 for a book of his art? Dude, big buy.
Really?
Big buy.
This is a nice coffee table piece.
Dude, hell yeah. That right next to my American History X DVD.
Yeah, hell yeah. And you should. What else could you put out there? Dude, I've been thinking like they got all the neighborhood like little book exchange things, just filling it with Turner Diaries, Protocols of the Elders of Zion. What's the most poisonous books you could replace every book with?
Aleister Crowley's Necronomicon review.
Marilyn Manson's autobiography.
And it's just the highlighted part. Dude, do you remember in 8th grade when I had to do a book report and I had read a different book and I was going to do it on that, but I fucking didn't write my book report, but I was currently reading the Marilyn Manson autobiography.
And you just went stream of conscious, flipped open a page.
Well, I winged it.
You didn't like, yeah, you not like, when you're reading, do you not know what's coming even a little bit ahead?
When so here's how,
I feel like it started out bad.
It would start out so bad. I can find it over there, but it started out like, if I'm reading something out loud, I'm literally reading the words and not comprehending what I'm reading in my head.
If something scary happens in a book, do you jump?
No, I'm like I'm like fucking Ron Burgundy. Like when
especially if you're reading aloud, like
you put anything in front of me to read aloud, I will read it, and it's a problem. And like I go up and I was like, fuck, I should have honestly just opened up with the first chapter where it's like, hell to me is my grandfather's basement, and then stop there.
Or made up a passage off the top of your head.
I should have. Well, I started to realize what I was reading in the middle of it. So the part that I flipped right open to, it was a part, he was at a house party, some girl had just given him Molly, and he was going into the bathroom to fuck her, and she wanted him to come inside of her. And as I'm reading what I'm reading, I'm like I try to, I'm like, so we go in the bathroom. She tells me to come inside the house. So from outside, I walk back. So I'd already walked myself in a setting hole. My teacher glaring at me. The kids just kind of chuckling and looking at me.
It's also just like
me starting to fat sweat, nervous sweat, not knowing what's going on.
It's getting worse and worse. Like,
they put me in red chairs for a week and a half. They put me in school detention
for reading a fucking book. It's like they didn't learn anything from Fahrenheit 451. Dude, see, I didn't know fucking Fahrenheit 451 guy was fucking black. Michael B. Jordan. I was like, whoa, this adds a whole new element to this. This black guy's going around burning books. It's like, yo, Books is gay.
Yo, Books is gay, my dude.
Yeah, like he burns everything he's assigned for high school English. Except maybe like he'll have like a black people they'd have an odd book here or there, like it would be something like a sports figures autobiography. If they just carried around as like a prop.
It would be the 50 Cent autobiography.
Ooh, I bet that's pretty good.
Published by MTV Books.
So it's like when they put out the book for 2001: A Space Odyssey at the same time as like the movie Get Rich or Die Trying comes out, and they put out the novelization of Get Rich or Die Trying. There's a whole bunch of glossy pictures in the middle.
There were glossy pictures in the middle.
I love novelizations, dude. I used to have a novelization of the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie.
Oh, fuck yeah.
There's so many like novelizations that shouldn't exist. Like the novelization to the Cat in the Hat movie, of course. The Cat in the Hat is already a book, but the Mike Myers Cat in the Hat, you can read a 280-page novelization of the Mike Myers Cat in the Hat.
I wouldn't want any part of that.
I
know what I want
a
novelization of? What was that fucking... I want a novelization of...
There's some truly bizarre ones out there, like High School Musical.
There's some book my brother gave me.
I've had RoboCop 2 on my watch list on eBay for like a year. One day
you
I'm gonna
serious?
get that. I'm gonna get that novelization once I finally get a piece of the pie. Dude,
Yo.
maybe with my first paycheck, I'll even buy you that life-size cardboard cutout of Subway Jared.
That'd be so tight to put in my front window.
Oh fuck yeah!
With all the kids around me.
Dude, and like you'd probably be signaling some of your neighbors in a way that
Well,
it's like, dude, we could do our own Chris Hansen and just wail on them when they come through.
Just like, and then when they come and just pull their shirts over their head and just start feeding them uppercuts.
Where's Larry King hiding?
Dude,
what do these markings mean on the Boys Town?
I'm so sick of it. I go on to I think it was Tinder. I downloaded again, and I'm fucking on there, and goddamn, I think there's someone around my neighborhood who it's obviously a fucking guy, and they just make a Tinder that they're a girl, but it's like, you know, some dude cross-dressing. I don't even think it was like someone going as far as transitioning.
Getting someone else's pic, or you think it's a picture of them, but like trying to pass as a woman, or is it?
Well, there's no face shot. It's like you see the Tinder profile where it's like "come and fuck me" or whatever.
I clock trans people on Tinder and like, faster than like the. What's a little laser that can get the race times at the Olympics? Dude, I've never been tricked.
That's so funny. My buddy, I'm not gonna say his name. He, the other day on his birthday, messages me and I'm like saying, "Hey, happy birthday, man! What are you up to tonight?" It's like, "Oh, nothing. Just going to some bars. I might meet up with this girl, but real quick, can I get some insight?" I'm like, "Excuse me." Some insight.
Let me ask you something.
He sends me screenshots of their fucking Tinder profile. It's like, is this a man? And I'm like, first off, before I look, if you have to ask, no, it's not. You should definitely go and fuck this dude. Bro. And then I look at it. It was so much obviously a man.
A buzz cut in a sundress.
No, it was like a thin twink black dude who was like wearing a wig, a bunch of makeup, and it was clear as day how thick that cock was. And I was like, "Come on,
bro, you just bragging or something."
Like either you're playing a funny bit on me. It's like, is this a man? That'd be a good bit.
But I don't know if I'd want to risk the confusion.
Well, the thing is he's only into black girls, so he just saw this black girl he matched with that was kind of like into it, but it said like, "Come see me dancing at my club" or whatever. Come see me do what. It didn't seem like.
What club would that be? A little club called like Bits and Pieces or something? What would be the best trans stripper club name?
Dude, there's that gay stripper club.
Transformation.
No, there's
the
a
high
gay,
end.
a
gay strip.
Yeah,
I want to go to a lesbian strip club and
the gay strip
pretend
club
I'm Butch.
Funny. I think it's like Briefs or something is what it's called.
Dude, that's a very wholesome name. Usually it's like fucking I don't know, something much worse.
Gaping asses.
Yeah, panel.
Bottoms up. Is one around here.
Tops up, bottoms down.
Rhonda's has gay night.
Rhonda's has gay night. Like, what kind of gay are we talking here?
Wise Guys Show Club.
We talking these little like, dude, like I feel like for the LGBT, like the non-binary crowd is almost like the Touch heads in the Grateful Dead fandom. Like when they had that hit Touch of Grey in like '87, it got a bunch of new fans, and all the old Grateful Dead fans called them Touch heads rather than Deadheads.
Touch of Heads.
They got in through the Touch of Grey hit song.
Touch of Grey.
It's basically like 4chan, like jam bands like to like just gatekeep and like they're
Tony D's.
Tony. That could get dicey because you could attract wops who like don't know any better.
Think they're going to the fucking like hill, go get a nice sandwich.
Maybe they figure they get the wops once and they got them for life.
What are like funny names for men's underwears? It's like there's one called like I don't know. There's a dumb one. It wasn't even worth bringing up.
I don't know. I just wear fucking boxer briefs with the dick holes cut out of them.
With the dick hole cut out. Fucking cock rings.
bro. Like,
It's not even a good one. I'm slipping.
dude, yeah,
That wasn't even
like,
fucking funny.
that's a cock rings. You know, have you ever tried one of those like the shitty like truck stop rubber ones? It's like
A cock ring? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've had one rip my fucking pubes out. I had one that was really uncomfortable, and like, you know how you get pubes going like kind of up your shaft? It pulled all those out, so I had
you get
mad
pubes
road
going all
rash.
the way up to the head of your dick.
Yeah, dude, I get some really woolly man. I got like some fucking mutton chops on the side of my cock.
I'm an Eastern man.
I know you're
Yeah.
disgusting.
You know,
but
hey,
cock rings, it's like,
dude, you know what bothers
don't
me is
know.
the same place that makes the sticky hands for Chuck E. Cheese probably makes the cock rings right
they
next
do.
to each
They
other.
have to. They
Yeah, see,
fucking
that's-
have to.
That should be illegal.
Because what else? Like say you run a latex club or a rubber club. What are all the things that you can make? Door stoppers,
Rubber gloves, which are being used for all
to
sorts
fist
of.
little men.
Dude, I mean, if you're fisting a dude, do you really bother with a rubber glove?
Dude,
Maybe if you got hard calluses.
That'd be so funny. You go to like gaily meet up with a man, and you're like, "All right, so we're gonna fist." Well, I safe play only. So you put on those fucking like
Big
huge ass gardening
yellow
gloves,
dishwasher gloves.
the Martha Stewart's.
Yeah, beekeeper outfit.
You're like a hazmat suit.
You got a farm hand, like an animal husbandry glove that goes up to your shoulder, and it's like an inch of rubber. You got a falconer's glove.
Showing with like your like a
you
fucking knight, a gaunt, like what are those just metal ass knight hands?
What do they call those? Yeah, gauntlet.
Yeah.
You got your falconer's glove, and when you pick them up, you put the falcon hood on them and make them suck your dick in the car.
So he doesn't get scared. You got to put the little blinders on so he don't get
Keep
startled.
them calm, yeah. Dude, I love the idea of a falcon hood. Like I use that as an analogy a lot whenever someone's like freaking out. My brother's freaking out. Like, need a falcon hood for this kid.
Put him in the cage and put the blanket over. He'll think it's nighttime. He'll calm down.
Yeah. Dude, you know, like a big giant bluefin tuna, if you cover their face and pat on their sides, they stop flipping like madmen. They just like, oh.
Are you fucking kidding me?
These animals are kind of autistic.
That doesn't surprise
That's why
me.
Temple Grandin understood them so well.
Who the fuck is that?
Remember, that's that Temple Grandin is like that autistic woman. Like, it's like it's an autistic lesbian cowboy who like thinks like an animal enough to where she revolutionized like slaughterhouse, humaneness. Like she knew that like sending the cows to the slaughter in a circular motion and having the gates like touch their sides would comfort them and keep the meat better, because she built the hug box for herself in college. Whenever she'd start to spurg out, she'd get in the thing and it would squeeze her. And she's like, I think in pictures like an animal. Like, I don't have an internal monologue. She looks like fucking Blondie Chaplin, kind of, like the South African Beach Boy.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, that guy looked crazy.
kind of Blake Beldner's mom-esque.
Whoa.
Except like way more like loud. And
dude,
it's like the Will Ferrell character or not Will Ferrell, but it's Andy Samberg and Parks and Rec can't control.
I'm just fucking making. I'm trying to clean my goddamn thing. I forgot how stupid it is to blow in the thing. Dude, do you remember fucking in middle school when the kid we were friends with who became a fucking malicious murderer? His friend, we got introduced to his friends, and their little fun and games was pissing on each other.
The assassination of Cameron by the coward Mike Molinari. Dude, Molinari going around like homeless shelters. This is the gun that I killed him with.
Dude, is that video of him running in the cornfield? So
I haven't seen that.
A little backstory: a kid we befriended in middle school and lost touch with throughout high school went on to, I guess, get in a quarrel, if you will, with a buddy of his.
See, it was weird because it was definitely like a sort of double cross, because they were talking, just chilling for hours while this guy was putting a new tile floor in a storage unit. None of these parts of the story make sense. Cameron was putting tile floor in a storage unit, and they were talking for a couple hours beforehand, and then like they says Mike shoots him, calls him an epitaph, grabs a box.
What is an epitaph?
It's like a slur, a general slur of some kind. Like
I am
probably faggot or something.
Oh, an epitaph just means like
It's
a
like
general
a
slur.
derogatory word. No,
Oh, it's not
It's like it's
because I could imagine this kid going, "Yeah, fuck you, epitaph." I don't think
like-
that kid knew that word.
No, it's like it's unspecific, as broad a word as possible for a slur. Like
Okay,
or
so
it doesn't
a
imply
general-
racist or
right.
homophobic.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. That's pretty rad. I mean, it's kind of cool to know that some kid with weed
You know,
let into your house.
I mean, you know, I can't say that we didn't all see this coming. Like,
Dude,
dude,
that's
like
so
he should
tight.
have never left that towel on the ground, and he would never get kicked out of fucking Mr. and Mrs. Jen Little's house.
Son of a bitch. Dude,
Took Jen's first name now.
Dude, I've been thinking about there's this character that I not so much have developed, but it's more so who I want to become. I want to get a successful, probably fat, low self-esteem girlfriend. Good job. And then I want to be the boyfriend that like she pays for everything for.
Ooh.
And then every time she's like paying for my movie ticket, I'm like caressing her and whispering in her ear.
Too, how dudes like hold their girlfriend when they're broke.
I want to be a broke dude with a girlfriend that just
you got,
pays
like,
all my shit and puts up with me.
And one shorts and a beater on at Walmart.
Oh, so shitty looking, like fucking. I'm a dog shit piece of shit. Nothing.
Yeah, she's buying you like a new like Waves plug-in or something.
Oh hell yeah, the diamond pack.
She's like a a registered nurse or something. So
she works hours on her feet. And she comes home and I'm too tired to have sex.
She's living some sort of, Dr. Death lifestyle there, poisoning patients. And
I'm beating her little shitty dog. She's got a little Shih Tzu that she loves more than anything.
You've convinced her that it deserves it.
Hell yeah, it's done nothing
Because
but
let's
bark
get
at me
real.
all day while I'm trying to watch my TV.
She played fast and loose with dog violence before you got there. All these types of women do. Mm-hmm. See, when you're a nurse, like you stop viewing people or living things as human because, how you couldn't. You'd have to kind of like sociopath yourself out and disassociate a little. I feel like to be a medical professional.
Well, yeah. If I told you,
Can you grab my phone?
Stories, what's up?
Grab my phone.
Yeah.
Otherwise, how could you cope?
G-Money stories?
Some of them, yeah, they're horrific.
Which ones have I gotten to? Did I tell you the
guy
one?
who split his hand down past the wrists on like a lawn?
Yeah, I almost passed out watching him sew that dude up.
The guy with the house phone up his ass.
Yeah, the
legions of people.
There was one dude who got his wife's dildo shoved up his ass because she was out of town, and he had to have his son take him into the fucking ER.
Bro, this son didn't have any new revelations about his dad that night. You don't like. It's not the first thing you find out about your dad when he's weird. Is that you have to take him in for the dildo. If his son knows he's fucked up, probably has walked in on him using the dildo.
Oh,
they
yeah.
both stay quiet about it. He doesn't even wash it and lets his wife use it. And
she's
got sepsis and
shits all over his
intensive
wife's.
care. That's why she's out of town. She's got shit in her pussy.
Oh.
And like the doctors can't figure out what's going on.
Ma'am, how do you keep getting shit inside of your pussy?
And all the nurses are doing TikTok dances.
Missing IVs and getting shit in their pussies.
Bro, yeah. Honestly, like, here's the deal. Like, I think we should go to war against nurses.
Yes.
And cops. And anyone who could resuscitate me or kill me. See, I don't like anybody. I don't like a bitch having that kind of power over me.
I don't want no bitch having a power over me.
My bracelet says, "Do not let a bitch resuscitate."
Fuck yeah, dude.
Do not let a bitch
never let
put her mouth on my mouth.
Kissing a bitch? Never.
I love to deny a woman my essence. Bro, there's nothing better than like just telling a woman no. Like,
dude, that's why I love going to the strip club, going to the bar, girls come up and like, do you want to dance? And you just look at them and go, no. I feel like my dick is the biggest thing in the world. It's like
I also mean real women.
Real women, but
like Alicia.
oh, sure.
Bro, it felt so nice telling that slob no.
She was she
had
was
Miss
a
Piggy
sex
vibes.
offender.
She had Miss Piggy vibes. You know, she needs a little like Japanese boyfriend like the artist to like just whoop up on because I don't like women who are.
I don't like women who are big and wield it aggressively and don't understand that it's like.
That I'm doing you a favor by tossing you on.
Dude, I'm doing you a favor by even fucking acknowledging you.
You're lucky I'm
dog.
thinking about hot
Go
garbage enough to not come fast.
You go outside in that doghouse you belong in.
Did I ever tell you I have one like memory I go to when trying to like last longer? Like,
Is it me burning my penis on the pizza pan?
no, bro, I better not.
You probably cream immediately.
Bro, I'm not like my lips flutter like a horse. When I think about handing you that $2. It's the first time I've ever paid anybody for sex work.
Oh my god!
To get you to burn your penis on a pizza stone. I didn't get you to do it either. You're the one. It was your idea. You're like, how much would you give me? You already had it out.
See,
You're
I'm
ready
a
to just
salesman.
press it on there.
I'm a fucking.
You're creating urgency.
Supply and demand. The demand's running low, buddy. You gotta get it.
I was like, I didn't think you're gonna do it. So like, but if you did, I'm fine giving up the $2. And like, before I even agreed, you were like, you went, yeah, bro. It's like you're working at a steel mill or something.
Dude, it was doing assert dominance. I had to show England that
You burnt the worst part of your penis. That is the last part of my penis I would put on the hot part. The underside base.
2 weeks of the worst erections of your fucking life. Think about it as like you wake up in the middle from a morning boner. It's already hard, and I'm just like the cut burn is peeling and stretching.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's rad.
You gotta pinch halfway up the shaft and then just jerk the top.
Just hold like the base with aloe gel, just get a little bit of cooling sensation.
Just sit in a big bucket full of aloe and jerk it in there. You could just come into the aloe and it'd be none the wiser.
No, I just use a lotion.
Bro, but aloe's so dry and full of alcohol. No, that's a hand sanitizer.
Oh, what were you saying before we got on that?
I don't remember. Denying a woman my essence. How'd we get on? Oh yeah, you burned your penis. Before that, was it? Were we talking about Alicia?
Not coming because of that goblin of a woman.
Oh, and my memory. So like when I was in high school, we went on a float trip, and there was like one of the big King of the Hill sandwiches in a cooler, and like a week or two after the float trip, I go in the garage and see the cooler, and I was like, oh, I wonder if there's any stray sodas in here. I lift up the cooler, and it's like the lady from the tub in The Shining. This only thing in there is this King of the Hill that's been floating in this hot water. I still remember the smell and the look. It looked and smelled like a rotting corpse.
And that's what you think about so you don't come?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, every time. Most of the time during sex, I'm thinking about that sandwich.
Dude, I don't know what I'm thinking.
It's kind
about.
of like
you think
it's kind of like, wow, it's like I don't even want to do this. Yeah, like
you keep going to the same
like
thought. You hate sex.
Yeah, like if I got to think about it, like one of the worst sensory experiences of my life, the entire time, so I don't, come fast and have fish to catch. Or you get drunk and then you think about the sandwich and then you can go all night.
Oh hell yeah! Now I'm fucking hungry for that sandwich,
bro. I need to get like a police composite sketch of it to hang above my bed,
dude. When I first met that
it was
sexual
like the
aggressor,
Shining lady, though.
that sexual offender, attacker,
Mm-hmm.
I walked in
attacker.
and she across the bar said oh you're hot. She's saying that to the friend I was walking in with. And then she's like, yeah, you're hot. I'm like, oh, thank you. And she's like, what about me? It's like immediately you throw me in. Like, what am I going to be like? No, you're a dog. You're a fucking American bulldog.
You know, when I first got there, I noticed she had her background picture on her phone was her and Theo Vaughn. I was like, oh, you like Theo Vaughn? She's like, yeah, I watch every episode of King of the Sting. You watch it? Or I was like, I checked out it this past weekend, but I don't like the King of the Sting is the one with that Brendan Schaub guy. And like, honestly, like,
I don't pay attention to podcasts.
Basically, like, this chick was a gatekeeping me. If you don't watch every episode of, fucking
If you don't
Theo's
watch
worst show.
If you don't watch every worst Theo Vaughn episode, and
Theo
you
Vaughn's-
don't come over to my house to fuck me,
Yeah, like and also it came out that we both liked Pretty Odd, Panic at the Disco, and we were like singing along, and like she was like maybe look in her eyes and sing along, but
Oh, God.
it'd been a while. I was trying to pull the lyrics, so you look like up and to the left, you're trying
And
to
she's
remember.
getting mad at you?
Yeah, getting pissed at me for breaking. She's like, you can't even make eye contact. I'm like, I'm trying to remember the fucking.
yeah, she was a nightmare.
Can't remember all the
dude.
words to behind the sea or whatever. I like the album,
Dude, I had to do.
but I hate prolonged eye contact. Like that.
I hate prolonged eye contact, even with people I like. That, and I was walking into a show or a bar or something, and she was wasted, and I bumped into her. And she's like, "Oh, they call you Pootie, right?" I'm like, "Nope." And I walked right the fuck
No,
out.
ma'am. My name is.
Dude, I felt like I was about. I
Russell.
almost had to make a Me Too post about this bitch. I've never felt so fucking subjugated. I've never felt like such a fucking hunk of meat in the window.
We should do a press conference.
Honestly, dude.
Bro, call who's in the press that we know. Look, let's call in a bomb threat to the paper, and
Dude,
then when
I
they all
know-
show up,
Well, we know
we'll
the
be
dude.
like bomb threat makers press conference this time.
We know the local news. We know the local sports news anchor, and in the middle of the sports update about the Cardinals, be like, "By the way, this woman is a fucking assaultist."
If I were just like a rich Kanye or like
This is a misogynist
Howard Hughes-esque billionaire,
podcast.
I would give that man a contract before that game was over to come to St. Louis and call just every game for me in my house.
Dude, fucking
Like, no one
if
gets him
there's-
but me.
If there's feminist podcasts about feminine equality, and since the white cis man is obviously the minority, so can misogynism finally be a social movement?
I'm feminist dick.
Dick.
Fem my ass.
I'm feminine.
Fem up my ass, bro. You know what? No, bro. I'm all for chicks being feminist, but like I had like someone try and put that on me, like, you're a feminist, aren't you? And I'm like, I think I saved it good. I was like, hey, if it means I don't have to pay for the whole Taco Bell meal, then
I'm about
then
equality.
call me a feminist.
I'm about bill splitting. I'm about free
Yeah.
pussy pads. I'm about free tampons. I'm about
We're going Dutch, and we're not being there for each other emotionally.
I'm about fucking unisex professional sports leagues.
I think like we should only let trans people in sports.
There should be like a only trans league, and that would be tight.
Maybe just everybody should be trans.
Well, I am trans, dude.
Personally, as a genderqueer, I'm fag gendered.
Listen, I am a heterosexual, masculine-leaning, What was the opposite of that girl that gave me that bullshit? Being a feminist, asexual.
Feminist, asexual, homo, romantic.
Not homo, hetero. But I'm
Hetero.
homo. I guess
Yeah,
I'll be
you're-
homo. Fuck it.
homo romantic is so funny. It's like I don't want to have sex, but I just want to kiss gay guys.
Yeah, I want to hold their hands.
Yeah, I want to be romantic.
I want to go shopping with them and go on nice vacations to Greece.
Watch Hugh Grant movies.
I want to watch Mamma Mia with them.
I want to get each other like reasonable gifts on Valentine's.
I have a couple's Halloween costume, cats.
I'll plow with that 70s show on in the background. Dude, that's great plow and white noise.
That 70s show?
Well, this was before the whole Hyde revelations.
If anything, that makes it so much hotter.
Yeah, it's like, I'll protect you.
I'll save you from this grease ball,
save
but
you.
I am this grease ball.
You know, we find out at the season that he's like half black.
Dude, I would
They
tell you,
kept that from us the whole series.
Well, that's what that afro was. That
There's no way they
tight
could get
curl.
away with that decision these days. Guess what? Hyde's been half black the whole time. Remember how there's no black people in this show? The first black guy to come
Guess
along is
again.
Hyde's dad.
Dude, fucking, did I ever tell you about...
Dude, Hyde should have started saying hard R's that the whole last season.
Did I tell you about the girl I was dating who her fantasy was for me to rape her?
Bro, that's no way I would ever let a woman have that on me. Like, to oblige with that fantasy, I couldn't have gone through that physical act despite it being, like, agreed upon in, like, theater. But, like, for all intents and purposes, a switch could flip and be like, yeah, I didn't ask for that. And I just think that all women are trying to destroy me and send me to jail.
They are all. They all are fucking conniving.
Mad that I come fast. I'm sorry, the sandwich is losing its luster.
Nothing was where I had sex with this one girl, and then she gave me the most humiliating one of these. She's like, "Yeah, I'll hit you up. I definitely to come back for that." I was like, well.
I would be like, oh my god,
But
that's
then,
so rude.
It's fine. She went on to she was that girl that told me she was Atlanta stripper who moved here. She was in like a gangbang porno, and then now she lives in Vegas as a call girl, and old men pay to suck on her toes.
Well, it's not like you were picturing a future.
No,
with this.
not at all. If I'm not, giving enough dick to an Atlanta stripper,
you hear the gangbang story, you're like, I do the same thing. I'm like, I could definitely get head.
I could
definitely turn this around.
But
turn this around and get some fucking get some poozy.
Oh, what was the first one? Like, girl that fucking wanted me to rape her. So she wanted me to rape her in her brother's room. She wanted to wait in her room.
Go to therapy.
She wanted me to not come in for like 20, 30 minutes, wait for it to like she gets comfortable, pretend she's asleep, and she wanted me to come in, and then she told me to start over because I wasn't as aggressive enough.
You guys were home alone, right? You said brother's room, like her family isn't down the hall.
No, it was we were home alone, and then
we're doing.
So then I came back. Well, the first time it wasn't enough. So she's like, come back with more aggression. Like, don't be afraid.
Bro,
so
they don't know what they're asking for.
I consensually raped this girl.
It's consensual non-consent.
It was consensual sex and everything. It was just really aggressive, and it was very like. I felt
women need to get a hobby and get off the internet.
I felt like a piece of meat, man. She just wanted me to like,
and not in a good way too.
And I don't feel comfortable hitting people around too.
I don't like
spanks on the ass, a little titty slaps and
cool.
choke. Sure,
yeah.
She wanted backhand, fucking wit. Like she wanted like a pimp getting his money slapped. She wanted. I didn't go with like the closed fist stuff. I don't do that at all. But
the close man, like you're just. I don't want to leave a shiner on this bitch. Like how are you supposed to explain that? Because even if she says I asked for it, of course that's what abused people say. They're scared. Like it
was the week of like Passover or Rosh Hashanah. We had like a family dinner. I couldn't let her like look.
Okay, if she was Jewish, I might give her a black eye. No.
Dude, it was. So I've never felt like there's been a handful of times during like a sexual encounter where I've completely felt
they're asking
uncomfortable.
on your part. That's like a serious amount of vulnerability they're asking you to like put out.
Well, like not only that, it's like
it's not just about them. You're putting yourself in
it's
a weird fucking
man.
like kind of like just like
she wanted to get worked over.
He's like, you know what I'm attracted to is when people are attracted to me. I don't get off on forcing.
You know what I like?
This on fucking a woman. Like
I like having a pizza and getting my belly rubbed.
Oh yeah, like a chick fucking is when you find a woman that's into heft. Like
Dude,
we don't like.
I had a big gal and getting food involved.
You know what's the best though, is a decent shaped gal who's into heft.
I'm talking about.
I missed out. Like
talking about
my
splitting
old work.
a large, fucking Papa John's mid-sex.
Oh yeah, like I'm as long as it's Philly cheesesteak, baby, I'm in.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah,
then
bro.
because when I can't come, then I just use that Philly cream sauce to
I just
throw
look
on
at the picture of Papa. You just putting the garlic sauce under your nose to mask the smell. It's the best. Like at my old work, that unfortunately she was like married. I missed her. She was a little older than me, but she's like a good-looking nerdy black girl who's into like 400-pound white dudes. Whoa. And her husband's bigger than me, and she was talking about how she's like attracted to me and stuff because I was exactly her type. I was like, where were you?
Whoa.
Like she was a good looking she wasn't like fat or anything. She wasn't a bag of bones, but she was beautiful, and she liked fucking.
I'm so stunned that like just some like
she liked
there's
big boss
some
men,
big hoss boss men type dudes, suspenders, big old fat sons of bitches.
Police shirt with a rebel flag on the sleeve. Dude, big boss man was he had a little Al Jolson thing going on where he caught the tail end of the though I guess it's part of the character. He's like a fucking the type of Southern cop that'll fucking take you out in the woods and either butt fuck you or hang you or throw you in jail for like a crime that he committed.
Do you think? So I was watching an All in the Family episode, and well, just a quick one. Archie's Elk Club were doing a minstrel show. He was trying to get out of it, but not for the right reasons.
Why did he want out of it?
Because he didn't want. He couldn't learn the dance, and he couldn't sing. It wasn't because it was bad.
Was Meathead proud of him at first or something? Like no.
But then there.
I'm sure he made it abundantly clear that it was because he didn't want to learn the steps because that's probably gay or something.
Yeah, I mean definitely
anything except like the waltz
Yeah.
World War II ballroom dance is probably gay for that generation.
There's a fucking episode. Gloria befriends the bag boy from the grocery store.
What color is he?
He's just retarded. And he's like telling Archie things because Archie's doing things wrong and he's getting all pissed the whole time.
Dude, I gotta see that one. That's so good.
He's trying to like use a wood plane and the guy's like, I don't think it's working, Mr. Bunker.
Just when I think I know every opinion Archie could have, they throw like a curve like that. I didn't even think about what Archie's take on a retarded guy.
I know.
Fucking big time. And
dude, it's fucking All in the Family's the best thing ever.
What was the one episode, like where the whole moral of the episode is that revenge is bad, and like there's that weird swarthy guy who like is I think Archie's gonna pay to get revenge on somebody, like just generic ominous revenge.
Generic ominous.
Yeah, and fucking Meathead's like, I thought I leave the whole world blind. I'm a big faggot. He's like, look, and he's like, there's nothing wrong with getting even. Getting vengeance. Sweet vengeance.
Sweet vengeance.
Was the idea of vengeance a big sort of argument point back then? Like, I guess vengeance just as a broad idea,
That's the American dream.
Bro,
Get
don't get
your
mad.
vengeance.
Get mad and even. Just, you can't look if you're gonna get even, you're a little mad. Let's not play around.
I'm hella mad. Hold on, I gotta take a shit. We'll be right back.